Hey, what's up guys? It's Mike from Divine Spartans back here for the first time in a while. And today we're going to be doing a video on the Xbox One versus the PlayStation 4. Both new consoles were just released. The Xbox One was, well, not released, but revealed. Xbox One today was the PS4 was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we're just going to be going over them, comparing them, and looking at some of their features. So, starting with the Xbox One, this was a screenshot from one of their trailers that says all-in-one, and it shows the new Xbox, the new controller, and the new Kinect. All of them have been completely redesigned besides the controller, which still maintains some of its original shape. The Xbox looks more like a modern VCR, if any of you actually remember what that thing is. And it's more like rectangular than any of the previous models that we've seen of it. The Kinect is also really rectangular, but we're going to try and stay away from that this video, because we want to focus on the main things in each console. And the controller, as you can see right there, we'll get into in a little bit. The slogan up at the top is all-in-one, which after the end of this video you'll see, but I'm just going to say it now. It's like an all-in-one entertainment system because it has everything that you would have in pretty much your living room, like gaming, TV, media, internet, and all that stuff. And that's where the name the Xbox One comes from. Now here's the main juice of it. Here's all the specs just laid out for you in front of that picture. Let's start from the top. We have a built-in Blu-ray drive / DVD drive, which they're combined, which finally took long enough because PS4 came out. I mean, PS3 came out that like 6 years ago or whenever it came out. And Xbox people have been waiting so long for a Blu-ray drive. Now we have it. We have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which is tons because the max model that we have right now, I think it's either 250 or 400. 500 gigabytes is just a lot. 8-core CPU, which is some really powerful processing right there. 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's a model of RAM. I don't feel like going into the name because it's long, but it was shipped in 2007 is when it first came out, so it's slightly old. We'll get into the PS4 one in a little bit later, but it's 8 gigabytes, so that calls for a lot of multitasking. That's normally what you see in the standard gaming computer. There's built-in wireless and Ethernet, just like the Slim model has now on the 360. Built-in HDMI ports in and out. You'll see right there that it doesn't say AV ports, which either we don't know if they just didn't announce it yet, or if they actually don't have AV ports, so you need to have an HD TV to use it. Maybe they'll come out with an adapter or something. By the way, if you don't know what AV means, it's like an old TV, kind of. Probably one of the square ones. It uses the yellow, white, and red cables. Moving on, we have USB 3.0, the faster version of USB. We have full 1080p HD video, finally, which is an upgrade from our like 701p or whatever it was video on the 360. There's also a built-in form of Wi-Fi Direct, which lets it communicate with the controller better, and other devices like smart glass on your phone or whatever. You could use, I guess, more things about that are going to be announced. There's 1.2 teraflops of GPU, which is graphics processing unit. A teraflop is just a unit for it, and 1.2 is quite a lot, so that calls for some graphics power. There's cloud services like there is now on the 360, liquid cooling, which is a really good way of cooling the system, and improved Kinect, which, yeah, again, we're not going to be focusing on. There's no backwards compatibility, though, so you're not going to be able to use it with 360 games, sadly. Looks like they're just going to start fresh. Hope that you start fresh as well. And again, all the details haven't been released yet, so there's going to be more to come. Moving on to the PS4, there's no picture of the actual console yet. They don't have anything up yet of the actual console. This video is only going to contain the confirmed facts, and even though there's a lot of speculated pictures from what they've told us, none are confirmed true yet, so we're just going to stay away from showing something and show the cool logo instead. On to the PS4 controller, we have a brand new DualShock 4 controller, which still maintains similarity to the previous DualShocks, but it has some new features that we're going to go over in a little bit. Here's the front of it. Here's the back angle, which shows the motion sensor that they have implanted in there, which again we're going to go to the features. Here's a close-up from their trailer of the new share button, which again, we're going to go over in a little bit. Just a really close picture of it. Now on to the specs of the actual system. In the background there's a picture of the controller because once again there's no picture of the actual system yet. We have the built-in Blu-ray and DVD drive just like the Xbox. The amounts of storage haven't been announced yet. For the CPU there's an 8-core AMD Jaguar, which is a actual AMD brand that you could use in computers as well. 8 gigabytes of RAM. This model was shipped in 2008, so it's slightly more modern, maybe a little bit faster, might allow slightly more multitasking, not much though. There's built-in wireless and Ethernet, just like on the new Xbox. There's built-in HDMI, in and out, and there's also AV support, which is for standard definition TVs. There's USB 3.0, again the faster USB. 1.8 teraflops graphics processing, again that's how much the graphics can handle, and 1.8 is more than 1.2. So we're probably going to see some more graphically intense stuff on the PS4. There's cloud services, just like those on Xbox, and improved motion controls with the controller and the new PS camera, or sight, or something, which we're not going to be focusing on in this video. As well as the Xbox, there's no backwards compatibility, so you can't play PS3 games on it. And again, all the details haven't been released yet for it. Now on to the controllers. On the Xbox One's controller, we see that the design is pretty much the same. It hasn't changed much, but there's a new D-pad, which is precision D-pad like on the DualShock controllers, which everybody's been waiting for. The analog sticks now have better grips and they're more precise. Vibration is implanted into the triggers, so that's going to be pretty cool for some games where you could feel the triggers vibrating. There's Wi-Fi Direct, as there was in the console, which is going to help it with communication and all that stuff. And here's the only not confirmed thing that's going to be in this video, the guide button. We don't know if there is going to be one or if that's it right at the top, because it doesn't look like there's any physical guide button, but maybe that's it if it's touchscreen or something along those lines. Now onto the PS4 controller, the DualShock 4. We see, the first thing we see for all you old PlayStation gamers, there's no more start or select buttons, so rest in peace to them. It's been replaced by a touchpad that's implanted into the front. You could use that on some games, which looks like a pretty cool feature. I guess games are going to come out with their own usage for it. There's the share button, which allows immediate uploads of videos or screenshots for all your friends to see, or for you to see for your own personal enjoyment. The PS4 records the last few minutes of your gameplay, so then when you press the share button, I guess it opens up an editor, and then you could do whatever you want with them and upload them to wherever you want to. The analog grips have been redesigned. They have more of a circular feel to them now, instead of just that one outward circle. There's a new motion sensor on the back, which is going to have some of its own features that are going to be announced later. And there's also an options button, which is probably going to be implanted into its own ways. Onto the dashboard and features. This is a screenshot of the Xbox One dashboard, which looks pretty similar to the current 360 one. Some of the features on the Xbox One are TV, there's Skype video and audio, voice control on the menu and in-game. There's Snap Mode, which is full multitasking like you would see on a computer, probably a different interface. And Internet Explorer. Those are the only confirmed ones so far, but I'm sure that there's going to be plenty more. On the PS4 dashboard, we can see that they completely turned from the PS3 one, and now there's tiles. It looks more like the 360 dashboard as well, like the Xbox One's does. And so far, the features that have been released for the PS4 are built-in live streaming, which you could probably use that share button for. You could live stream to a website. There's a social tab on the dashboard, and an improved friend system from what we had last time. Now, the final thing that we're going to be covering is console exclusives. So, with the Xbox, once again, like I said, it's been more of an entertainment system all in one. So they're focusing on a lot of other stuff besides games. So, I guess we could be expecting some new Halo, new Gears of War, Forza Motorsport, as always. There's a new game called Quantum Break that they're coming out with, and they're also going to be adding some special features to FIFA, Madden, NBA, and UFC. That's not many. They said that they're going to be coming out with 8 new franchises and 15 new exclusives in the first year that it's out, so I guess we'll see how well that goes. And on to the PS4 exclusives. Yeah. I don't really know how much more I could say here. The PS4 has tons of exclusives. That's why most gamers don't like Xbox. They like PS4 because of, well, this. So this list right here proves that that the Xbox One is transformed to be more of like an entertainment system, just dedicated to the general public, focusing more on social media and apps instead of exclusive games and gameplay. While on the other hand, the PS4 is dedicated towards more like hardcore gamers, and it has a bunch of gaming features like new chat and streaming. So now that you've seen this after the first round reveals, which one do you personally like better? Neither console is actually terrible, both are good in their own areas. Let's save the console wars for later, please. Leave some of your comments below, and another video will be made as soon as more information from both sides has been released. Guys, until then, this is Mike from Defiant Spartans, and I'll see you later.